After maybe about an hour of talking, he was just like, to be 100% honest with you, if you don't get a new kidney, if you don't start dialysis, you know, you'll be dead by next year. And I was like, at first I was like, what? You know, like, get out of here. I was tripping. So basically what happens is you put the needles in to your arterial and venous lines in your arm. And the arterial is where it takes out, and the venous is where it goes back in. You connect the tube lines. The tube goes out of one machine, goes through the machine, goes through the filter. Gets cleaned, drags out through another tube, goes back into your body. So me being a bigger sized guy, it takes a longer process for me because I have more blood in my body than the average normal sized man.
Where you going to
Just put little kids in there.
No. What's this big box for? This big box.
Put you in there. Look out. With the music thing, I travel way more. When it comes to traveling, I need the equipment that I need when I'm home. I need that equipment to go on the road with me. There's a machine, it's like the size of a microwave, that packs into a metal case that weighs 100 pounds. You have to carry that on a plane.
It's like a monkey in your back when you're traveling, and he gets upset sometimes that he got to pack all this stuff up. And I trust him when he's traveling. I just wish he would pack a little earlier and get all the stuff in order, but he works better that way.
My emotional state was kind of shaky for the first beginning of it. I'll be driving or something like that, and I'll just start crying and just randomly emotional waves. And I never was like that before that. It was always like, I was always on one speed before. I didn't think I was a bad person. I don't think I deserved it, and it's like, I just came to a point where I didn't understand what it was that made me get picked out of the bunch to go through what I was going through.
We were all scared, and yeah, I thought I was going to lose him, but like David said, I had to put all those feelings behind, and I had to really, really test my faith.
He actually started crying and just started going off and saying he hates his life, that all he wanted to do was die. And I told him, you gotta stick to it. We're all here for you.
I never knew what it was about until I started doing in-center treatment, and I was sitting next to people who were dying from what I had, from the same thing that I had, and I would see them next to me and not being able to walk or not being able to do for themselves, and I was. And I think that's when really it kind of kicked in, like, okay, I still got a shot. Through this whole thing, it's, I've always been around my family, always been around my friends. So, like, I think if I was a person that was alone a lot, I don't think I'd be able to deal with this.
He actually asked me to leave him, and we were at the hospital, and I was sitting next to him, and he told me, are you sure you want to be with me going through this? And I said, yes, I want to be with you going through this. I mean, we had plans of getting married, so it's through sickness and health. So I'm ready to be with him no matter what he goes through. But he told me, I want you to leave me. And I was like, no, I'm not leaving you. I'm not.
We just put our heads together and decided, well, you got to get this treatment. Tomorrow's not promised. We live today. And I knew he had a dream, and I wanted him to fulfill that dream.
It rocked though.
It's not every song.
Huh?
Not every.
Which one?
This song.
You know the song?
So let me tell you what I feel like. Let me tell you what I feel like. When my blood rush.
And a lot of songs that I write are written while I'm on dialysis, while I'm on treatment. Because you got 4 hours to yourself. So just sit there and, you know, I put on my headphones and I just get into my little zone, and it just takes me away from what I'm going through at that moment. So it's definitely been a savior in my life.
I'm tripping, and he told me, Kenny's only work so little, don't know if you make it, won't make it. What you mean won't make it? Tell me the truth, I can take it.
I love his music, not because he's my son, but if it was another person writing about that, I think I'll feel the same way.
Times a week now, and it's all over. My life is going down. That's what I feel like.
When David get upset, tomorrow or later that day, you will hear a song about what he went through.
But it keep me breathing. So many questions, so little answers. Someone give me a reason.
A lot of people going through what I'm going through, and or worse. And, you know, for them to see me doing what I do, you know, they figure, they start seeing themselves as being able to do whatever they want and follow their dream.
So let me tell you what I feel like. Let me tell you what I feel like. When my blood rush.
This year I was able to be the spokesperson at the Kenny Walk in Princeton. I was a guest speaker.
Be okay while I'm staring at the ceiling, thanking God for.
He has helped a lot of people, especially on the last Kenny Walk that we had. I mean, he moved a lot of people. Everybody that was just coming towards him, you know, congratulating him and telling him, you know, your words helped me and my family or my son who's going through this. And, you know, we want to be like you. So, I mean, it's just seeing him go through what he does and motivating people.
So let me tell you what I feel like.
I believe in him, and I seen my grandfather go through the same thing, and how my grandma and all of her family was always with him. You know, we saw him go through it, and everybody was always there. My grandma was always there with him.
I look at it as having a story to tell, which is this. This is a dream come true too. Every dream that he has is coming in place, and like I said, it's the purpose for all things. And I thank God for David. I thank God for him being who he is. I thank him for being my son.
Whatever obstacles may come my way, whatever things I'm gonna go through, I know it's there because God knows I can handle it. And he knows that I can go through the war. Knowing that definitely helps me get through the day.